Hey guys, hope you're having a really great start to your day and I hope you had a great weekend. So Bruno and I are going to start, I'm already having trouble talking. Bruno and I are going to start standing on our mats. Today we won't need any props or anything. We're just going to try and go through a full standing practice from head to toe. We'll go through some warrior poses. We'll go through some sun salutations and some twists. So if you need any props, typically like a block or anything throughout your practice, you can go ahead and grab that. But other than that, we'll go ahead and just start standing. So when you find that comfortable place to ground the feet on your mat, then feel the feet rooting firmly down and feel the inner thighs rotating inward. I want you to close the eyes and then feel the center of the chest lift up towards the chin. But then I want you to slightly point your chin towards your heart. Not too much, just a slight little dip of the chin so that the back of the neck is long. And then bring the hands along the sides of the body. I want you to open the fingers nice and wide and have the palms facing forward. And then as you reach the top of the head up tall towards the ceiling, you're going to pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. And start to just notice how the body is feeling. And so as we start our week, it's a good idea to maybe set an intention for how you want the entire week to go. So don't think about just today. Think about how you can take an intention throughout your entire week. So maybe it's speaking to everyone with kindness or trying to be a little bit more patient, or maybe it's making sure you're getting all your workouts in. But whatever your intention is, maybe make it a little bit bigger than just focusing on yourself. And as you start to ground and feel the feet settling into your space, the heart starting to open, we'll bring the hands together in front of the heart and still think about that intention. It might not come to you right away, might come to you throughout the practice, but still keep an open mind and an open heart so you can find an intention for your week. We'll start our practice with 3 deep breaths in and out. All together, deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it all out. 2 more times, big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And then a final time, see if you can inhale slowly but deeper. Pause at the top and then open the mouth and slowly control all of the breath out. Pull the belly button to the spine at the end of the exhale. And then we'll seal the lips. Start to bring your awareness now to your conscious breath, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. And then we'll blink the eyes open. If you have that intention, go ahead and keep that intention with you throughout your practice. And we'll go ahead and step to the top of the mat. And so ground the feet back into the floor. Find your mountain pose. I want you to feel the feet almost like that they are tree trunks rooting down past the floor into the surface of the ground. And then on your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Look at the palms as they touch overhead. And then when you exhale, I want you to lead with the heart, dive down all the way over the thighs, come into a forward fold. Pause here for a moment. Maybe widen the feet a little bit wider. You can grab onto opposite elbows. And so especially if we are just waking up the body from sleeping, might feel nice to get a little stretch through the back of the legs, through the spine. You can tuck the chin even more, maybe even sway from side to side. Feel the weight rolling into the toes. You'll take maybe 1 or 2 more breaths on your own here. And then we'll come back into center. Release the hands for the floor. Feet are hip width distance apart. I would say maybe no more than 2 fists in between the feet. And then we're going to tuck the chin. Inhale, find a flat back. bring the hands to the shins to start. Roll the weight into the toes. And with that tucked chin, I like to look at the tops of my big toes so the back of my neck stays long. Take another breath, staying lifted. And then as you exhale, forward fold all the way down. You can put a little bend in the knees, and then inhale, rise all the way up. Reach through the fingertips, maybe bring it into a tiny little back bend. Palms touch, and then exhale, bring the palms to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms come out and up. Feel the palms touch overhead, maybe a little tiny back bend. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down, nice and slow. Release the fingertips. And then inhale, find a flat back. Either leave the fingertips on the floor or bring them back to the shins. Weight rolls into the toes. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Lift through the fingertips. Maybe bring it into a back bend. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Close the eyes. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Hands come to the hips. Bring the left knee in line with the left hip. And then this is where you can also come next to a wall or something that will help you balance if you need to maybe use a finger or use something to grip onto. We're still rooting the right leg down into the floor. Left knee stays in line with the left hip. And I typically always flex the left foot or flex that foot. Lift up through the sternum. And then you're going to take a little bend in that right knee, step the left foot all the way back to the ball of the foot. You're going to come into a high lunge. Take a big inhale here and then sink into that front knee. Feel a stretch along the front side of that left hip. And then I want you to lift the belly button up towards the sternum. Your hands can stay at the hips. You can bring them to the heart or right alongside the ears. Maybe interlace the fingers, extend the fingertips up, the pointer finger and thumb up. And just do whatever feels good here. But I want you to feel softness in the shoulders. Relax through the jaw. And then keep pulling the hamstring, the left hamstring up towards the ceiling. But I want you to pull that right hip back. So pull this right side back. You can use the torso to help. And then we'll take one more big breath in. And a big breath out. Hands are going to come back to the hips. I want you to step your left foot in, maybe half a foot. And then the heel's going to come to the ground, straighten through the right leg. Both feet are on separate tracks. So if you were to draw lines down, they would not intersect. I want you to inhale through the spine. Drive the ball of the right foot down into the floor. And then on your next exhale, I want you to hinge forward halfway. Hover the torso over that right thigh. Keep the chin tucked. You're pressing the feet evenly into the floor. And then notice the shoulders. Are they starting to creep up to the ears? Can you bring them down the back? We'll take another breath here, keeping the back muscles engaged, using the belly here. And then choose to stay here if that feels good. Keep pulling that right hip back. Or you can exhale and bring the hands down around that right foot. Maybe you can grab onto the ankle if you need to. You can put a little bend back in that knee if that helps. But you typically want to feel a straight leg so you feel that stretch behind the right hamstring. So this is where maybe props might come in handy underneath the palms. So if you have blocks or books or pillows that you can do underneath the palms, that might be helpful. And then we'll tuck the chin and see if you can just let the torso hang heavy here. And for me, it feels really nice in the left side of my low back, so it must be pretty tight there. So you might feel it in another place of the body. But if you start to notice that tightness, just see if you can take a moment to bring softness into the body with the breath. So we'll stay here for one more full breath. And then put a little bend in that knee. If you have props, just walk them forward. You're going to engage into that right foot just to step the left foot forward next to the right. Inhale, come into your forward fold. Fingertips can stay on the ground, or you can bring the hands to the shins. Weight rolls into the toes. And then exhale to forward fold. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Lift through the fingertips. Grow tall through the torso, palms touch. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. And I want you to become aware and notice the difference in the sides of the body now. Notice maybe a deeper connection to your breath. Hands come to the hips. Blink the eyes back open. And you're going to ground now the weight into that right leg. And this is where it also helps to find your gazing point, a dristi. So once you find that gazing point, still ground into the right leg. Left knee comes in line with the left hip. Is that what I'm? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ground into the left leg. And then the right knee comes in line with the right hip. Other side now. And so as you ground into that left leg, I want you to feel the right knee in line with the right hip, grow really tall through the torso. Feel the space being made along your right hip. So if you're creeping it up towards the chin, see if you can still keep the right knee in line with the hip, but make space there. And then when you're ready, slight bend in the left knee. Step the ball of the right foot all the way back. And then take a big inhale here and find your lunge. Sink into the left knee. Feel a stretch in that right hip. And then you'll soften here. Shoulders move down the back. Take a couple of breaths. And then choose if you want to bring the arms alongside the ears. You can interlace them overhead. You can bring them to the heart. And I want you to feel the ball of the left foot driving down into the floor. Pull the left hip back. Feel the torso get nice and long so you feel that space in between the ribs, those intercostal muscles. And then softness with the shoulder blades. Take a full cycle of breath here. And then bring the hands to the hips. Step the right foot in maybe half a foot or so that way the heel can come all the way comfortably down to the floor and you can straighten through that front left leg. Drive the ball of the left foot down into the floor and then notice is this left hip creeping forward. Pull the left hip back. I want you to feel both feet grounded into the floor evenly. Inhale to lengthen tall through the torso. And then you're going to exhale to hover. Tuck the chin. Hover the chest over the floor. Reach the crown of the head forward. So you're driving the ball of the left foot down. And I want you to feel the outer edge of that right foot really grounded into the floor. Take another big breath here. Maybe find softness somewhere in the body where you might be gripping. And then the next exhale, you can bring the hands all the way down. Maybe use a prop underneath the palms. Feel the chin tucking towards the chest. And then notice, where are you gripping? Release through the jaw. Find softness here, but you're still pressing into both feet evenly. Take another full cycle of breath here just to find stillness in the pose. And then you'll put a slight bend in your left knee, engage the core, maybe move any props off of the mat. And then you'll spring that right foot up next to the left. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, flat back, chin is tucked. And exhale, forward fold all the way over the thighs. Bend in the knees, inhale to rise. Palms lift up towards the ceiling, maybe bring it into a back bend, and then exhale, bring the hands to the heart, close your eyes. Take a full cycle of breath. Take one more full round. And then hands are going to come to the hips. Still keep the feet grounding into the floor. Right foot is going to stay grounded. Left knee comes back in line with the left hip. Take a big, full, deep breath in. And then you're going to step the foot back, not as far back as a lunge, and then spiral the heel down. So the heels are still not going to intersect. We're going to find warrior one. So if you drew a line, the feet wouldn't intersect. So this left foot is still out hip width distance. Sink into that front knee, but the outer edge of the left foot is sealed down to the floor. And you take that inner thigh and you roll it backwards. So then that way it really helps to grip the outer edge of the pinky side to the floor. And then make sure that the right knee doesn't go past the ankle. So make any adjustments you need to with the feet. So once you find the positioning for the feet, I want you to feel this right hip pulling back. And then that's also where that engagement of the inner left thigh spinning backwards is going to help. And as you lift up through the torso, you can keep the hands at the hips or at the heart, or maybe bring them right alongside the ears, warrior one. So the outer edge of the left foot is really glued down to the floor, but you're still at the same time, the weight is even in the ball of that right foot. And then find softness somewhere. Did you start to clench the jaw? Did you start to engage the glutes more? Take a full breath here. Find softness somewhere in the body that you don't need to tense up. I want you to bring the hands down to the heart. You can choose to stay here, maybe even widen your stance. For me, I need a little bit of wider stance. We're going to have the hands at the heart. Inhale to grow nice and tall. And I want you to lean forward, kind of like we did when we were hovering the torso, and then just twist and bring the left elbow towards the right knee. If you can hook the elbow to the knee, great. If not, no worries. Just go in that direction. Bring the belly button towards the spine and then stay here. You're still rooting into both feet. The elbow doesn't need to touch that knee. I just want you to twist towards it. And then as you press into both feet evenly, still press into the palms. If the elbow is connected to the knee, use that to help twist the torso even more. Take one more full breath. And then you'll use your inhale to come back into warrior one, arms right alongside the ears. Take a full cycle of breath here. And then hands are going to come to the hips. Spin to the ball of the left foot. Engage the core. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, find a flat back. Hands come to the shins. Roll the weight into the toes. Shoulder blades move down towards the sit bones. And then exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in and out. Hands come to the hips. Weight comes into the left foot now. Right knee in line with the right hip. Grow tall through the torso. Find your drishti. Take a full big breath in. And you're going to step the foot back. Spiral the right heel down. Make sure that the feet will not intersect if you were to draw a line. And then I want you to feel the outer edge of the right foot really glued down, almost like you're trying to dump more of the weight into the outer edge of that side of the foot. And then sink down into that left knee. Pull the left side of the torso back, that left hip, to make a little bit more space in this left hip region. And I want you to feel the weight even in both feet. The inner right thigh, this inseam of the right thigh, is spiraling backwards. And so that's really going to help you to seal that back foot more to the mat. And then when you're ready, hands can be at the hips, heart, or around the ears. Reach the fingertips up if they're lifted, and then everyone can soften the shoulders down your back. Full cycle of breath here. Take one more breath. And then hands are going to come to the heart. Inhale to grow nice and tall, and then come into your twist. So it's your version, however your body is feeling it today. Keep the feet grounded. And then if you can hook the elbow, great. You might even need to widen the stance, but I want you to still twist in that direction. Belly button comes towards the spine. If you can hook the elbow to the knee, use that as leverage to twist the torso up towards the ceiling even more. Press the palms together to spread the shoulder blades, and then smile. Sometimes we get too serious when we're focused, and we need to bring a little bit of softness to the face. So take a deep breath here. Keep the corners of the mouth turned up. And then you're going to inhale, unwind, extend the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in, and then hands come to the hips. Spin to the ball of that right foot. Spring forward, right foot next to the left. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, reach the heart forward. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Lift through the fingertips, lift through the heart. Exhale, pull the hands down to your heart. Close your eyes here. Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. One more cycle. Then you're going to bring the big toes to touch, or you can have maybe a fist in between them, a fist space in between them. I want you to inhale, sweep the arms up, drop the sit bones, come into chair pose. So you might hear all of my joints popping. I probably need to eat a little bit more olive oil in my diet. But you need to sit back a little bit deeper. And then just notice we're waking up these muscles and these bones and tendons that have been sleeping all night. So just sit back and let the body settle here for a moment. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hands come to the heart, forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, find a flat back, bring the hands to the shins, roll the weight into the toes. And then exhale, forward fold. You'll bend the knees and you'll step the left foot all the way back. Come to the ball of the left foot. Sink down into that front knee. Inhale to rise all the way up. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Spin to the ball of the back foot. The heels will intersect now. Find warrior two. Sink down into that front knee. Knee points towards the middle toe. Extend the fingertips away from each other in opposite directions. Gaze over that front middle finger. Feel that back foot sealed to the mat. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Right forearm comes down to the right thigh. The left arm's going to go straight up to the ceiling, or you can extend it right over that left ear. And then sink down into the front knee. Rotate the bottom ribs up towards the ceiling. And then feel that back foot really gripping the floor. The outer edge of the pinky side foot is gripping. Deep, full breath. Inhale to come back into warrior two. Fingertips extend away from one another. Gaze over that front middle finger. Take a big, deep, full breath here. Sink a little bit deeper down into that knee. And then you're going to windmill the hands down. Rotate to the ball of that left foot. Ground the left palm into the mat. Inhale, spiral the right hand up. Keep the left hip in line with the right, but keep sinking into that front knee. Left leg stays firm. Take another full cycle of breath. You'll inhale to unwind, right hand comes down, look forward, step the left foot forward next to the right. Inhale, find your flat back, hands to the shins or fingertips stay on the floor. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees, inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, arms out and up. Lift through the heart. Exhale, dive forward over the thighs. Inhale, flat back. Bring the hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Step now the right foot all the way back to the ball of the foot. And then you'll inhale to rise all the way up. Soften through the shoulders. Deep, full breath in and a full breath out. Rotate the heel of the right foot down. Open the arms out to warrior two. Sink down into that front knee. Soften the shoulders down the back. Deep, full breath. Really nice. Left forearm comes down to the left thigh. Right arm extends straight up or over the right ear. Pinky rotates down. And then feel the bottom ribs, the left side of the ribs, rotating up towards the ceiling. Feel space along the entire right side of the body. Full cycle of breath. And then you'll inhale, come back into warrior two, fingertips extend away. As you exhale, windmill the hands down, spin to the ball of that right foot. Ground the right palm into the floor, keep the right leg firm. Next, inhale, spiral the left hand up. Keep pressing into that right hand. Use the left fingertips to grow a little bit more open through the chest. And keep the right leg firm, hips stay in line with one another. One more full cycle of breath. Inhale to unwind, left hand down. Look forward. Step the right foot up forward next to the left. Inhale, flat back. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees. Sit back. Inhale, rise all the way up to chair pose. Drop the booty down a little bit further. Soften the shoulder blades away from the ears. Take another breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to stand, straighten the legs, bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Take a full round of breath. Maybe notice the beating of the heart, a little bit more connection to your environment around you. And then very gently, let's all come down to seated. Find a comfortable seated position, and let's just ground into this space. You can have the hands, palms down on the knees for a little bit of grounding, palms up for a little bit of inspiration or creativity. Or you can bring the hands right away to the heart. And we'll all close the eyes and just be here for a moment with your breath. And then we'll end our practice together with our 3 cleansing breaths. So keep the eyes closed. All together, take a big deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale to sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And then a final time. Bigger inhale and a fuller exhale. And then just be here for a moment. Remember the intention that you created. And if one hasn't come to you, something will come to you later. Just make sure that you keep an open heart and an open mind for your week. And then when you're ready, let's blink the eyes open. Namaste. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your time. Hope the body feels a little bit more open. We got the blood flowing, the heart beating a little bit faster. Hope you have a really great start to your day and to your week. And hope to see you on Wednesday back at 9 a.m. See you later.